First and foremost, I think as an industry player, we need to appreciate Mr. President for listening to the yearnings. I know a lot of activism were done, and we thank him for giving us a tourism ministry. Now,
separate tourism. Tourism.
No, separate. It's separate now.
Standalone.
Yes, standalone.
Yeah.
And it's also good that he gave us a maverick into that ministry. Somebody who's independent. And if we look at, you need to sell. Intentionally, I decided to put on a traditional cap so that I can. The Yorubas will say, "Eniba madasho funi, tonwe lakowu." Sorry, I am from Oyo, so I have to say this so that they will know.
You also need to translate.
Now it's well, in translation means it's more of you. If anybody promises you something, you need to look inward. Does he has what he wants to give to you?
Whosoever wants to clothe you, you have to see what he's wearing.
Well, that is the literal meaning, but he has money.
In other words, we have to look at what the minister is wearing.
No, not. It is more of when somebody promises something, you have to look at what is the worth of that person. I can't promise you an helicopter when I'm driving a bicycle. That's what it means. Now, if you look at the trajectory of this Ministry of Tourism, I would like to say if we have to compare what we have now to what we had since 1999, as at today, well, tomorrow I may come in and say the minister is not doing well. It's within the purview of my freedom of expression. But as at today, I'll say she's 60% ahead of anybody who has been in charge of that ministry within the 1 year she has been. Not even less than a year, within like 6 months.
6 months.
Compare their 6 months to our 6 months, I'll give her 60% above whatever the highest person has scored. And it's so easy. 1999, I've been an investor before I move into academics. The question is, how many ministers of tourism have I seen in industry events? I'm just seeing her so close today. And I said, Madam, thank you. I've seen you from afar. 3 private sector initiative, investments, career opportunity, other events, apart from state events. And there's something she did. In less than 5 months, she has been to Ekiti State Store. And she visited virtually everything Ekiti has to offer. Do you know the first plane crash site in Nigeria is in Ekiti? Nobody is saying it. It was, if not for her, I won't go.
Yes.
And now,
I think we had that on our news as well.
Yes, and after she left Ekiti, she went to Lagos to visit some of those things. It shows when the seller of a product is saying it is good and the person is eating it, I can tell you everybody will join. So we are already in the path. Now, before now, we have products that does not have a father. We are merged with culture, tourism, blah, blah, blah. Now we're on our own. But you see, creating us on our own, we need to be careful. There is now a challenge that has been created for us. Creative industry and arts. Those are tourism product, part of tourism product to sell. So the next challenge for those 2 units is to learn to collaborate. It's good we have 2. So we are going to be using 2 budgets to sell. The arts, those are the products we sell. Now, I'll just give you a good example. It will be absurd for somebody to want to come to Nigeria because of our hotels or because I want to see the slave trade. I would rather fly in a day, spend the night, and disappear. But we need to have the festivals. So I can come, stay in the hotel, visit a site. The next day, I'm having festival of Asun in Ondo. And I say, look, Ondo is not far from Ekiti. Let me go and visit the first site. Now, the art, these are the experiences people want. So we are going. So my rating that ministry now is the first 6 months.